Okay, so for the next part of the project, what we need to do is choose a color piece of paper that best matches our hair color. We're going to fold this and cut it up just like we did for these, and then we're going to arrange it to make it look like the hair. So, how did we do our fold? I'm going to take my artwork, put it off to the side for now. The first fold we did was we took these two corners and we lined them up with the bottom two corners here. Once those two corners line up, we're going to go on the other side and flatten it down. Good. Next fold, we are going to line up this corner and that corner, and we're going to fold those down. Alright, now we open, cut on these, and we will have our strips. Okay, so if you don't remember the folds we did from last week to take these long skinny rectangles to make them into smaller rectangles, we'd start with one strip. We're going to take this corner, and we're going to line them up here and here, folding our paper in half, smushing it down on this side. Now our rectangle has become a lot smaller. We're going to repeat that step, taking this corner and lining them both up here and here, folding down the back side, and now you can see our rectangle is much smaller. We're going to repeat that step for all of these, so all four will be folded up. Then you're going to open them up, and I want you to cut on these lines, and it will have left a pile of rectangles. Okay, so now that we're done, we have a pile of rectangles that should be close to the color of our hair. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to put the hair onto the head. So this is the bottom, chin, neck, ears. Our hair should mostly go up here. If you have longer hair, it may come down as well. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. I'm going to show you a few options, and you definitely do not have to use all of these. Some of you may only use a few. Some of you might want to use all of them. All right? So I'm going to show you a few options. If you have short hair on the sides but longer hair on the top, you can do something like this, where you're just putting down your rectangles at the top like that. That would look like short hair on the side, long on the top. You don't need any of these. You're basically done if that's you guys. If you have something like maybe you have a little longer hair on the sides, you could always take two pieces and add them onto the side like that. If your hair is parted on one side and maybe a little bit longer on the other, you could add a piece in like that, and that would look like that. If you have a lot of kind of shaggy hair at the top, you could add another one into the corner as well, and maybe it looks like you have a lot more hair on the top of your head. Now, if you have braids or something like that, I'm going to remove some and show you guys how you could do what looks like braids. So if I were going to do the braids, I would put a little bit of space in between these so that it looks like the rows of the braids. If you only have the braid on the top, that's how it might look. If you have some on the sides that's going down the side, you could add it on like that. That might work. And some of you guys that have longer braids that are coming down, you could add some going down here like this. You could even add them even longer if they're hanging down longer. Okay? So that's some ways you could do braids. There's a lot of different ways. If you have stuff in your hair, like little bows or beads, we can add those in later. Alright, so if you have long hair, alright, you could start by putting these at the top. You're going to put one on the side like that. I might put one here like this. Okay, you could choose to go either in front of the ears or behind the ears. So if you do behind the ears, you would just come down below like this. And you could start filling in your hair. So if your hair is really long, you might want to go the whole way to the bottom of the paper. Okay, I'm starting to run out of rectangles. That's okay. You could add some here as well. Now, I know if you're running out, so I can put them like this. You could kind of have longer hair like that. Okay, if you wanted your hair in front, you could do one ear in front like that. You could do two, where it's like this. Alright guys, so here's the one I created from what I think my hair looks like. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. I have kind of long hair where you can see I push it behind my ears and I push it straight back. So you're seeing it kind of look like this. I think that would be a good example for my hair. Now that I've got these arranged, I want to now use the glue. So don't glue as you're going. Put them all in the place that you want first, and then get the glue stick when you like the way it looks. That'll kind of give you a little bit of chance to experiment with how your hair might work. I'm going to take my pieces, I'm going to add glue onto the back like this, making sure I'm getting a lot of glue onto the back so that it really sticks down. And one by one, I'm going to glue them down. Okay guys, so here's what my artwork looks like when it's finished for this week. I still don't have my eyes, I don't have my mouth, I don't have my shirt or any other details that I want to add on, but I do have my head shape and my hair shape. You should take a little bit of time playing around with getting your hair shaped the way you want it before you glue it down. And then next week we're going to be adding the details, so don't start those yet. We're going to be picking up with the eyes, nose, face, mouth, and shirt next week.